remaining.
Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 of IG versus Newbie. It's the battle for Kiev. The winner of this best of 3 goes to the Starladder Land Finals with DK, with the best 4 teams in Europe, as well as the best team in Korea and America. Maybe not the best team in Korea, as it's not all the Korean teams battling it out, but definitely one of the stronger Korean teams. It's the Starladder Season 9 Global League. We're in the China playoffs here. DK has qualified, and IG and Newbie are fighting it out for the second spot. Winter, we've seen game number 1. Game number 2, Newbie need a bounce back. Has Zhao 8 got something up his sleeve for this match, do you think?
They're going to pick the Shaman first pick.
Right off the bat. This was banned last game.
Yeah, this is something they are really comfortable with. Almost all the games, when they have the opportunity to pick it early, they just snap the Shadow Shaman.
Alrighty. Well, last game it was banned out in the first stage. This time around, Newbie. They're also on the dire side. Shadow Shaman is a lot stronger on the dire side, I feel.
Yeah, and Shaman plus Clockwork. They have been doing this a lot in a lot of games already. Initiation by the Clockwork into the fights, and Shaman just jumps in, plays the wards, and you're forced to fight in a spot where there's power cogs, there's the Shaman ultimate, and it becomes really difficult for you to fight in that spot. And if you're fighting in a tower, if you run, you lose your tower.
Okay. Well, Newbie get off to a strong start. IG, though, do get the first pick Invoker, which in the past has been Ferrari 430 is one of his signature heroes, but we've seen IG run this in the hands of Luo, like sometimes as a safe lane solo, so this is definitely a bit of a flexy pick coming out from IG. They can run it as a solo, solo mid for Ferrari, they can run it in the safe lane, they can do a lot of things with this hero, so they're not really locked into playing it one particular way. And something they may want to do is just go back and grab the Lifestealer once again, because I feel like they play really well with the YYF Lifestealer in general.
Yeah, true. I have to agree. Like, the Lifestealer feels like it's a really suitable tempo for IG, and
he's good against Clockwork. I like Lifestealer against Clockwork.
Maybe sometimes it's not so good against Clockwork if you're stuck inside the cogs, but
yeah,
in the lane 1 versus 1, he's definitely, if they want to do the tri-lane and leave someone against the Clockwork on the safe lane, Lifestealer is a good candidate for that.
If you get stuck inside the cogs with the Clockwork, you just rage and right-click him though. So Clockwork has to go like 4-staff against it.
He always has if the Clockwork stucks you inside the cogs with him, he will always have a plan.
Yeah.
Go 7 or 4-staff. Yeah.
Why'd you pick up Centaur of all heroes? That's an interesting one. We've seen quite a bit of the Centaur as of late, but picking it up fairly early on and against the Shadow Shaman Clockwork draft.
I think he's a very strong hero right now, very suitable for the current meta, and against the Shaman and the Clockwork, what the Centaur could do is, right when the Clockwork hooks in, you can just pop your Stampede, it sort of counteracts the situation, and you can just blink to storm the enemy heroes coming in to support the Clockwork. So I would say it's a good way to deal with the long range initiation of Clockwork.
Okay. And generally speaking, I just feel like having this tanky kind of offlaner is like Shadow Shaman can't really zone out a Centaur either.
And there was one game the other day, IG ran Centaur safe lane.
Ooh.
So this is also a really flexible pick for them. Okay. But I guess if they run Centaur safe lane, it means that the Invoker is only left towards the solo mid role.
I haven't actually seen IG run Centaur yet. I've seen DK run a lot of it. I've seen some of the other Chinese teams, so I haven't seen IG run it. So
you can even like run him as an aggressive tri-lane, the core in the aggressive tri-lane as the Centaur. If Newbie wants to go for something greedy, like Shaman and a weak support, then you can potentially punish it with the tri-lane with the Centaur. And the Sunstrike on your side as well.
Well, we'll see what IG have in mind here. Rubik so far gets banned out. Chuan's preferred support hero.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually quite surprised they have the first pick here, Newbie. Actually, they can go for the Rubik themselves if they really want to.
I don't think that Rubik Shadow Shaman's kind of a weak support duo though.
It still does alright, but the main thing is I feel the Rubik would do well because you can easily steal Stampede this game and turn it around.
I feel like they may even go for a Chen or an Enchantress for Banana.
True. To make sure that IG doesn't... It's like to discourage them from trying to come to fight your lane.
Yeah, and it can just give them like the really good mid-game push as well with the Serpent Wards. I think even especially a Chen here, like having the AoE heal.
Yeah, the Chen would be much more suitable for that role.
Yeah, I don't think you need the Enchantress. Enchantress is more... Well, they will go Enchantress, okay. I think it's still a good pick. This is more early game aggression, like you can go for some early smoke game.
It's a core to a damage dealer later on. Whereas for Chen, he's just like a medic later on, and an ambulance to send people home.
Gen's just better in the laning stage. I mean, sorry, Enchantress is better in the laning stage because you can send a creep to a lane just to harass. You're not limited by having just one creep like a Chen is.
But Chen is much stronger, obviously, when you're grouping up and it's Xiao 8. He likes to group up.
Well, maybe he'll be looking to just go for some more early smoke ganks, some rotation. Center in the off lane, if that is where he is somewhat prone to sort of smoke ganks from behind from a hero like an Enchantress. But yeah, plenty of options.
Yeah, Centaur can't defend his tower. And talk about defending towers. Here comes the defender.
Yeah, Venomancer picked up. Well, that makes things a bit easier for IG. That's probably a pretty smart pick to go with here.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the main person to defend and hold on for the towers, wards against wards, and not to mention I feel like the team fight potential of the Venom and the Centaur together is very strong as well. Like you just leave the Venom in front and Gale, Ultimate and Gale to start the fight, and Centaur can just come in whenever he sees a good chance. It's very powerful. And look at the squishy heroes, Shaman and Enchantress. They're just gonna die to that.
Oh, they're looking very squishy. If they can somehow get a Blink Dagger up in the Centaur fairly early on and get good initiations, these kind of heroes just melt.
Well, usually you get it fairly early because you don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can even skip the Tranquil Boots. Sometimes you even skip it if you have a good time. But generally, you build a Tranquil Boot so that you can at least farm the jungle with your return. So there's some way for you to regen your lost HP from that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Newbie needs some more durable heroes at this point in the game. They get a Morphling though.
This is a pretty durable hero.
This is, I like this pick here for Newbie.
Maybe when he's on agility, he's not that durable with the Sunstrike and the Centaur double H, Storm double H.
I think this is a clever pick to get though. This is just something that gives them a good late game option and also compressor the early game.
Yeah, flexible hero too, very mobile. And we've seen Newbie. They've been switching up the morphing lanes as of late. The other day, they sent him mid against Dragon Knight if he has a good matchup. But this game maybe not. So
Invoker is not a good matchup.
No, not a good matchup.
Yeah. And most Invokers we've had lately have been going for the Exalt build as well. They're not going Quaswex.
I don't think it matters though. Exalt or Quaswex Invoker, morphing still has a hard time.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying. What do you think we look towards from Invoker?
Both have its benefits, but I would always lean towards like having the Exalt since it transitions the Invoker into sort of a much more stronger hero late game compared to the Quaswex. But Quaswex is good against the team that just wants to push your towers early on. Quaswex is just the skill build to just draw so much time, buy so much time for your team, and not to mention Quaswex against Shadow Shaman and Enchantress. Also, mana intensive heroes early on, it's going to be very powerful, and not to mention the morphing. This hero with no mana is like, it's like a normal, it's like a carry without legs or something. He can't move around.
Yeah. Well, let's see what carry IG go for. Well, I say carry for Luo, but Luo could easily be playing the Centaur. He could be on the Invoker.
Let me see. They're pretty set up for either going for aggressive tri-lane with the Venom and Venge if they want to, but I think maybe they're just going to settle for safe lane since there's an Enchantress, but there's always a chance where they just start 5 heroes towards the enemy lane and just ward all the camps so that the Enchantress is going to have a difficult time, and that will make sure that their tri-lane will be very good.
Yeah. Well,
you're laughing about something? Did I miss something?
No, I messed up my overlay.
Okay.
I had the wrong team, so everyone in the chat was thinking that the Radiant draft was Newbie, but it's actually IG.
Okay.
So I swapped them around. We're all good now.
I'm still figuring out, will they go for something aggressive like a Weaver? Weaver would mean that they can just rotate the heroes around, and Weaver doesn't need protection against a clockwork. So the supports are free to do whatever they want in the early game. After maybe 1 or 2 pulls, they can just smoke and just pressure a lot in the game.
Yeah, and that's, well, I mean,
it's fairly scary though. Got Centaur, Venom, and Avenge together in one lane.
Oh yeah. And the other option is you put, like, the Invoker is not bad in the safe lane. Like, if they want to get a different hero for Ferrari in mid, like something with a bit more damage output, like even something like a TA mid, or like, it's not, like, IG are very flexible with lanes, and they go Storm mid, so it will be.
Wait,
it's safe lane and Invoker.
Does Lure play Storm?
I mean, Lure plays anything, man. This guy's flexible.
This guy just...
I've seen Lure play all kinds of
He's gonna play
heroes.
the Invoker, so it's gonna be a... Okay, this is gonna be an aggressive tri-lane for sure. Aggressive tri-lane with the center.
We'll have to see exactly whether the supports, like you say, they can roam around. Like they may look for an early kill on mid. They could look for an early kill on bottom lane, but yeah, in general, I think they will go for that offensive.
It's gonna come down to the Enchantress, how he deals with the early game.
Yeah.
Since his support is a Shaman, his partner, Shaman and Enchantress is sort of difficult to go around together. But maybe they'll still do it since they don't really have a choice though. If the Venom and Venge manage to sentry and ward up all the big camps, and the Enchantress doesn't, if he's driven out of his home in the top jungle, he needs to go down bottom to try and pressure the other two lanes. And Storm is a hero you want to punish early on in the lane where he still doesn't have his ultimate. You want to get a pick off on him.
Well, we'll see exactly what the plan is here. Enchantress is a good hero to go for those early smoke ganks and try and punish a hero like Storm, but
smokes they have. Talk about smoke ganks.
Or both on the Shaman as well as Enchantress with an early smoke. So, alrighty. Let's get things started here. Game number 2, a must-win game for Newbie. If they lose this, they're going home. They're going packing. As Twan disconnects. Pause.
No one is going to pause.
Team, please.
Okay.
There we go. They caught on finally.
That was such a delayed pause.
Look. How do you not notice someone like Twan when he's missing?
It's like, oi!
Look, I imagine Twan was like, he's very vocal about stuff like that.
Yeah, he is. Talking about vocal, like LD has been learning how to say nice lah.
Yeah, oh, don't worry. They're saying that all the time at the house now. When we're watching Dota in front of our TV, he's always yelling nicer.
Is it because of Roland?
Yeah, it's because of Roland. Roland's teaching them all.
I told him yesterday that you have a better grasp of how to actually yell nice lah, and he was a bit upset by that.
Oh, I only do it when I'm in Asia. Then I start acting all Asian, but around here I don't do it too much. But
yeah, you can go ahead to introduce the players.
Yep.
Before the rune spawns.
Game 2, best of 3. Newbie got to win this one to stay in IG. If they win this, they're going to Kiev. They'll join DK. They'll also play DK after this, whoever wins this series. But it's going to be Twan on the Venomanta supporting bottom lane, Faith on the Vengeful Spirit with a boots first build, Z or Luo on the safe lane solo Invoker. We'll see Ferrari playing a solo mid-storm, and finally YYF on an off-lane Centaur for IG.
And on the side of Newbie, we have the Director 8, Charade on the Clockwork as usual. Mu will be handling the pot this time. Banana will be on a jungling Enchantress. Hao will be playing the Morphling. King J will be on their greedy support, Shadow Shaman.
Yep. Okay.
Looks like they're not gonna go up yet. Maybe they're gonna rotate early, but yeah, they're gonna definitely look to do a lot of early rotations and ganks with the bench. The bench even got the early boots, for that matter.
Yeah, they got the early boots. They haven't got any smokes though.
Oh, are they hiding the smokes? Let's see. They didn't buy any.
They haven't bought any.
3 in the base.
They'll probably buy. I guess they'll buy one as soon as they have the money for it, maybe. But
yeah, 100 gold on the bench soon.
Yeah, like for Venture get boots first, I guess he couldn't afford the smoke as well. But well, we'll see things out. It looks like Zhao Wei's Observer Ward got dewarded. Did you see? This sentry ward at the bottom lane. I think it dewarded.
Oh, I didn't pay. I wasn't paying attention.
No, never mind. The other Observer Ward's at top. Okay. So he has a room ward at bottom, and then he's got the lane ward at top. So no deward. Just popping the sentry ward down there to be sure.
There's 2 wards. The heroes were blocking the wards on the map.
I couldn't see it on the minimap either, and I'm like, oh wait.
I was like, where's the other ward? And here comes Banana. He's gonna go for, but the smoke gang's not gonna work here. A bit too early there.
Did he actually smoke for that one too?
Yeah, he did. He did smoke for that one.
No, he was invis.
No, he used the smoke. But Shaman and Enchantress bought smokes each of them, 1 each at the start of the game.
He didn't even have a single point of experience.
He just he took the Ursa because the creep was fairly near Moo's ramp, and he wanted to try, but in the end, Ferrari was just really safe standing behind.
Yep. Well, smartly played by Ferrari in the mid lane. He's had a great series. He was hands down the MVP from last game for me. Like his plays won IG game 1. If it wasn't for his spectacular plays, they would have been in a lot of trouble that last game.
Yeah, he took the initiations when it mattered, and I feel for Banana, maybe just sending creeps I feel like he doesn't need to commit to getting the kill on the Storm. He just needs to constantly, like, he has a Satire now. He can just stand there, just throw the blast on the Storm 6 times, but instead he's just going to use it to farm.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, that's where, like, you pick Enchantress over a hero like Chen. If you want to farm, you probably want to pick the Chen, because Enchantress, you pick a creep, send it mid, and then pick up another creep to help you jungle.
It's also the health regen aura will help your puck so much in that matchup. And you can just, I rather him use he had a Hellbear Smasher before. I rather him use the Smasher to farm and just use the Satire to harass.
Yeah, or even get try find a Harpy creep or something. Or I guess you have to go away to the small camp for that, but we'll see Shaman group up, and this looks like a smoke from me. They got 2 heroes. They'll go for a smoke. They'll probably. Look at YYF's position.
They're going top. Look at the position of the wave.
He's scouting a smoke gang. This is entirely to deal with a smoke gang.
Yeah, it's a really good position for Centaur. He can't stand in the lane. He's just making sure that the Storm doesn't die. That was such an important.
And he's going to deal with this
smoke gang. He might actually die because of that.
He's fine.
Oh, he almost ran into them.
As soon as he sees them, like they can't actually. Maybe with the slow from the chin.
He actually might. There was a chance he might die if he was too near. The Shackle into the Centaur Storm and the Ursa Storm.
You know,
but Chuan is here to defend the tower.
And Chuan's already level 3. This is, I mean, you only got the 1 point in the Plague Wards, but they can stall this push. They may not be able to stop it completely, but definitely they can slow it down. And the Gale actually landing on 2 heroes here. That's just more annoying than anything for Newbie. But they're going to get this tier 1 tower. So fast tier 1 tower going the way of Newbie. And Pow doesn't get the last hit.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, he didn't get the last hit. That was okay. Never mind. It wasn't too big of a deal, but. Looking at the off lanes, Clockwork's level 4. He's slightly ahead of the Centaur because of the ability to stall the creeps behind. But yeah, I still feel that Centaur can do as much as the Clockwork can do without having to be constantly pressured. Like as a Clockwork, you always want to look for openings, and you can't really farm jungle as effectively. But Centaur, you can be farming the jungle and just supporting your team with the Stampede.
Well, Centaur's going to catch up those levels as well now. He's got a big creep wave under his tower, so that'll get him up to that level 4 where we see Clockwork. And looks like Venno, he's going to be the one now in charge of dealing with smoke gangs. He goes onto the high ground and just make sure that nothing comes towards
they want to make sure that the Storm gets to level 6 smoothly.
He's just a couple creeps away from it, and he knows he can't be getting smoke gang from above because Venomance was there. He has to be a bit careful now. It looks like he may just fall back to the jungle.
Yeah, he can just jungle for his ultimate, then he's gonna be a lot safer.
There is good lockdown to deal with him. There's a Puck who later on will have a Blink Silence, there's a Shadow Shaman, and a Clockwork as well. Not like great lockdown, but the hookshot does give you a bit of a stun. But
yeah, they can just use the hookshot as initiating stun so that the Puck can get in position to drop. The main thing is the silence, the 3-second silence on the Storm.
As it stands. And the other reason Newbie can't be too aggressive is they've got to worry about Sunstrikes flying in from this Invoker. He's gone for the 3 and Exort with a Sunstrike very early on.
They're going to free up the lane for the Venom as well. This is going to be very important for him to take levels since Storm can jungle fairly efficiently right now. Sort of neutralize things because Newbie has a jungler of his own.
Oh, they've gone in on Chuan in mid lane. This could be our first blood here. There's a coil here. Chuan not going to let it pop. The Shockwave going to help secure the kill. Good coordination from Newbie. They use like the Enchantress creeps, the Puck, and even a Clockwork Rocket Flare from bottom lane.
Yeah.
They needed every bit of damage. Like even without a Rocket Flare, they might not have got that kill because that was a level 2 Rocket Flare.
Storm was nearby if they overcommitted as well. Yeah. Might have been it might be really dangerous if they would have needed to dive or Ferrari.
It's a lot of damage. YWF was coming in though, looking for a Storm, not going to come in. Looks like Moo actually all past there. He was looking for the Storm with a couple more right clicks. Ferrari just zips his way out of there.
Yeah, he's forced to go all the way back now. Looking at the position of the map, maybe the next move he can make is TP towards bottom to pick up Xiaoye.
Yeah.
If Xiaoye overstays his welcome.
And they've got the lane ward, so they know if he's got backup, they know if he's overstaying his welcome.
If he stays here, he's gonna die. There's a Venge at the side as well.
And Storm, well, he's got a TP scroll ready. I think Xiaoye's dead. Yep, there's your TP scroll. They're going in for this kill. Vengeful Spirit with a stun. Sunstrike to follow. The zip in from the Storm Spirit. Easy pickings for IG. Nicely played.
That's gonna be a Midas already for the Imoka. Not the fastest, but yeah, he's gonna have it. He's gonna have it now.
I mean, I don't think Xiaoye really played that poorly. Like, he knows the Storm Spirit can maybe zip in on him, but he thinks he's in the fog there. He doesn't know there's a lane ward. He may have a good idea now that this lane ward exists, but until that gank, he didn't know there was a lane ward still.
Yeah, it's sometimes really difficult as an offlane. You want to get as much as possible. Yeah. Then sometimes you just...
That was an excusable death. If he dies again the same way, then you start saying, Xiaoye, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's the thing with Clockwork. You have nowhere else to go. Jungling is like, oh, you don't want to go to jungle. And the other thing you can do is just stopping the smoke gangs. But if you look at what IG is doing, they are very contented farming the Venom, farming the Centaur, farming the Invoker, farming the Storm. They're just not going to move out anytime soon. Maybe they're gonna wait until another few more minutes until the Midas pays off or even the Centaur comes close to his blink. That would be the ideal timing for IG to start to take fights.
Yeah, Centaur's still got a ways for his blink, so I guess for now it's like why not just wait for it? Ferrari can maybe be leading a few ganks, but I think IG can just play a more safe passive game. There's no real big items coming out of Newbie that are going to scare them. Puck is going to have a blink, but
the thing is, guys, if he tries to make a move like on the Storm right now, if you look at Newbie's lineup, they only have one core, one super farmer like the Morphling. The other two is a Clock and a Puck. If the Storm rotates right now, he could easily get counter initiated, and that would be really bad for him. And IG has three cores that does really well with farm.
Yeah.
So playing passive is just something I think they would much prefer right now. Until the Storm has at least one item, or even the blink comes up from the center. I think the blink is the much more important item they are waiting for before they take fights right now.
And Morphling's not going to be scary for a while. He needs a good 15-20 minutes of farm. Like 15 minutes, maybe you have a Lincoln Sphere, but with just a Lincoln Sphere, you're not a big threat in a fight compared to Centaur having Blink Dagger, Storm almost getting his Orchid, Invoker with a lot of levels. That's the main thing Invoker needs. More than farm, he just wants to get some levels right now. And he's going to have double Forged Spirits very soon coming into play.
Yeah, double Forged Spirits plus the Centaur Blink would be a very good way very ideal way for them to start taking fights with. But at the moment, it's still not happening yet. So Tron will be getting a lot more farm here middle lane, and Ferrari will be taking the jungle with the Centaur. They're actually going to start smoking right now.
They've got the Stampede, so they're not waiting for the Blink, they'll wait for the Stampede.
The middle lane is going to be a difficult kill though, to be honest, on the Puck.
And they may be just going all the way top, or into the jungle. We'll have to just wait and see exactly where they can't kill this Centaur, I mean the Morphling, that's for sure. And they're going to get revealed on the low ground, Enchantress is there waiting, they're going to try Stampede up. Stun is there from the Vengeful Spirit, Stomp not going to come just yet, he gets the silence off YYF. He's in trouble. They've already lost the Vengeful Spirit. It looks like they may lose two here. YYF trying to find his way out of it. As Xiaowei comes in, gets the last hit.
This was what I was talking about. The counter initiation from the Clock and the Puck.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
Well, that was just the Enchantress, like in the right position to dispel the smoke.
It's not only that. It was like IG was like, screw this. We're just going to try and catch whoever's on top there.
Yeah. A bit of a rash movement, much like this TP from the Vengeful Spirit. Faith goes down. That's it's not really a dieback because he didn't buy back, but that's a respawn. There.
You have to get a new term for that.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna call that one. We've got the dieback. I don't know. Respawn into instant
I can't think of a good name for that. I can't think of a good name.
I mean, Cassie, we'll tweet at us, guys. Tweet at BTS Gods at Winter Dota. Let us know what's gonna be the new tagline for that one. I don't know.
Outsourcing ideas.
Like a TP back, but you need somehow to imply that they've died again.
TP back is not catchy enough.
No. I haven't got anything. It's like what, 2 in the morning here. I'm not feeling very creative. But Xiaowei hits level 6 now, so we're gonna see Hookshot come into play towards a mech, which will help out this team a bit.
Talking about the mech, who's gonna build the mech on IG?
Centaur. Normally we see Centaur go for it after the Blink Dagger. That's how Ice does it.
After the blink, yeah, true. After the blink.
But this is going to be a much later mech than what Newbie has.
Yeah, the Clockwork's mech is not the fastest, but for sure earlier than the Centaur.
It's not really. I don't feel it's like that essential of an item at this point, but we'll definitely still help a bit.
Yeah, for IG it's not that essential because they are going to look to be spread out over the map, defending with the Venom, Invoker speed push with Forge, Storm speed pushing one other lane. Yeah,
Venom could always mech as well. Venom's not bad for a mech.
Yeah, but he built into an urn, so if he goes for a mech right now without the Arcane Boots, he will probably have a lot of mana issues.
Yeah. Offensive wards being planted by Newbie in the enemy jungle. They're looking to get this tier 1 bottom tower.
Abandoned ship.
Yeah, I think that, they may go for they can't kill Morphling. That's just not happening.
Durable carry, you know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well,
They're gonna drop the mass serpent wards for bottom tier 1, and at the same time, wow, this is such a good move. You think that the enemy sees your wards drop bottom, the puck immediately TP stop. Oh.
Yeah, and he's gone in, he's found YYF. The Gale comes out, not gonna land on anyone.
Radiant's bottom tower
YYF,
has fallen.
YYF, maybe, well, he's still gonna go down here. One more waveform, actually gonna be a puck orb, gets the last hit. Meanwhile, mid lane, IG doing all they can, which is going for a tier 1 trade, and they're not even gonna... Oh! Wait, please. That was a...
He was trying to hit it on the... But even if he hit it on the bench, I don't think they could have killed him either, because the force... Maybe he might have survived from the force staff. Imoka has a force staff.
That's true.
But still worth a shot there.
He wasn't gonna die. Like, you may as well use it. It's got a reasonably shortish cooldown.
Yeah, they had a chance, like, if they got the hook on the bench, one impetus or two, one or two with the rocket flare might have picked off the bench.
Yeah. Well, Clockwork's got his mech now, so 13 minutes into the game.
It's actually very quick. Well, he got a rocket kill.
Someone saw that.
The ward! The ward!
Where was it?
He died at these neutrals. He was just too low in HP. I'm sorry I missed that one. That was unexpected.
I didn't think something like that would happen since the fight already stopped. Oh well.
I'm like looking up like, oh, Storm's low HP, he's just jungling, and suddenly
if it's
dead.
like a Sunstrike, you have the sound, so probably you will still not miss it. But Rocket is like.
This is the build the Chinese Clockwork players like to go, maxing Rocket Flare over the battery assault.
If you hit the rocket flare in a fight with multiple heroes, it does a lot more damage, instant damage than the battery assault.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's the solo killing power more.
Definitely good AOE damage, and like when you're getting this under leveled and have hookshot this late in the game. Well, I think more to the point is the Chinese teams group up as 5 a lot, and that's where having max battery assault isn't all that strong compared to
the rocket flare is just a fairly cheap spell. It does a great amount of AoE damage. It's a big AoE and cheap mana cost. And here comes the rocket again. He sees like Ferrari running. He's just trying to annoy him.
Well, Ferrari has his first Oblivion staff up. We'll see where he looks to. How long it's going to be.
Pretty slow though.
What's that?
His Orchid is going to be fairly slow.
Yeah, I mean, that death especially hurts him. That was his first death of the game, and not one he'll be too pleased about. That's for sure. They haven't even de-warded this, so maybe they just don't quite realize that it was warded, or...
Newbie is going to meantime go for the Roshan.
Yeah, smart decision here. This is where the Shadow Shaman playing on the dire side can be very powerful.
Such a good support. He gives the team so much. The disable, the tower pushing ability, the Roshan, with support gives you everything.
He's great. And Luo does get spotted at the bottom lane, so they know that it looks like... Oh,
gonna scout things out. They know, but it's too late.
Yeah, there's nothing. The forward spirit's gonna come in, maybe look for a deny. Enchantress takes it.
Oh, shackles of the forge to make sure.
You know, that's Zhao 8 for you. Not that he was doing it, but that's a Zhao 8 team.
Yeah, I remember the last time when YYF was playing the Prophet, the Treants ran in and whoops, the last hit on the Roshan.
Yeah. Well, Luo's getting really farmed. That's the scary thing here is, sure, the Orchid's coming a bit slow in your Storm, but come like 20-25 minute mark, Storm's going to have an Orchid, Luo's going to have a Hex on Invoker.
What is Luo doing here? He's tangoing into the trees.
Look man, stay in the trees.
Uh,
You saw free to play. You stay in the trees, man.
I think he's just afraid of. I think he's just playing really safe. He's worried that he wants to be able to split push bottom and be super safe at the same time at bottom.
Yep.
And just looking at the ward vision, I think like Newbie after the Aegis and looking at their ward vision, they have everything they need to know and everything they need to just calculate and know where and when is the best time for them to fight.
I feel IG cannot wait till Morphling gets Ethereal Blade. If this Morphling farms Ethereal Blade, I think they're in a lot of trouble.
It's like probably 7 minutes, close to 10 minutes away from that, unless he gets a lot of kills. But yeah, when he gets Ethereal Blade, that's gonna be very tough for the two supports, and to a certain extent, the Invoker and Storm as well.
Yeah, they both. I mean, everyone's like
bottom lane.
Fairly squishy. It looks like we're gonna see. Pick off on the Invoker here. Nice rotation coming out, and Newbie are just the ones dictating the. Newbie just dictating the flow of the game right now.
It feels like a Director 8 type of game already now.
Yeah.
Wards everywhere, Roshan. Every time an ultimate, the Shaman was cooldown, they're gonna just take a tower or Roshan. And now they're gonna move towards bottom, and Hao is pushed. He has top all the way pushed to the tier 2 of the Radiant side, and now he's gonna push middle and transition to bottom lane. Just very smooth team play overall for them.
Yeah, everything is just one objective to objective. It's like you say, it's very smooth, almost scripted, and well, that's what that's what happens when it's Zhao 8.
Yeah, he scripts, man. He just needs. He has a different cast now, but the scripts are always gonna be the same.
Well, it's a different script for each game, but yeah, the script from the get-go is working out well. And this tower gold is where morphling, that ethereal blade will just come sooner than you would even expect here, just because of the tower gold that looks like Newbie gonna start getting.
And just look at the map now. How is IG going to move out? If you're playing against the puck, you can't see the puck, you can't see the clockwork. How are you going to move out now?
Puck's gone back to base for now, and Moo's actually going to pick up a Yule Scepter. What did maybe just go for a standard Hex play, but...
He's going for Yule Scepter? Wow, that's actually really surprising. I thought he would be better going off for a Hex, but...
What, get rid of the orchid from a Storm?
Yeah,
is the main thing?
the orchid, yeah. That's the main reason. The Storm, but the Storm is still quite far away.
Yeah.
Does he have anything in the career? Nothing.
If he goes, I guess you can just alternatively just Hex him. Is the other thing if you get the Hex, but...
it's like a very defensive item, and he has Aegis, but he just doesn't want to die right now. Not to mention the use is going to be extremely useful dodging the Vengeful Spirit Stun, and a lot of other spells.
Yeah. Well, the ancient stacking going on from Banana, so Newbie just being very efficient while taking whatever kills they can get. If they find and pick off a kill, they'll take it, but for the most part, it's efficiency. It looks like...
Just look at Director drawing a line. How? Get back! Yeah. They're coming from the right. And he's gonna scout with his rockets as well, like to make sure How is safe.
Covering all his bases, and he's gonna actually somewhat reveal himself up top. We'll look to meet up with the rest of his team. With the Aegis on Moo, they should be able to get a tier 2 tower.
He needs to go like this position. If he's here, he's around this area, nobody can go top and nobody can come middle to defend the tower. So scary against Clock and the puck.
Well, looks like they want to try and get this mid tower. They drop the Serpent Ward. Trying to make a go of this. The Forward Spirit's stalling. Loses 2, but summons another 2, and look, he's actually going to try to focus down some of these Serpent Wards. One gets stolen by the Enchantress, so that's one way to do with a waveform in from Morphling. Buck goes in, he's actually throwing a lot of spells here, but the swap onto the high ground helps Lure stay alive. He actually breaks the coil just for good measure, but looks like Newbie should get a free tower unless IG decide to actually engage.
I don't think they can though. It's like what I discussed about. You place the wards and against a clockwork and a puck. That position you're trying to fight in is so dangerous.
There it goes.
It's like their mini base when they fight near the Shadow Shaman wards.
Yeah.
Their fortitude, their bunker.
Well, they've got 1 minute left on the Aegis here. They want to make a go with this, and this is Storm with an Orchid here. But having the Aegis on your side definitely helps out. But as soon as they pick up the Orchid, smoke from IG. They're looking to make a play.
The ward is actually going to spot the Storm illusion. That actually might be a tip off for the Morphling to just get out. Or is he just going to try his luck?
They see Invoker mid. Like, he knows Invoker's mid, so he's thinking maybe he's safe. Not to mention, he doesn't know there's an Orchid up just yet.
He might die if he goes out. There's a Blink Storm. Blink Storm and he's dead.
Yeah. He's going to get silenced. Unless he can get the Strength Morph off. Maybe? Strength
Morph?
No, not coming. He's been silenced. First down. Even with a Strength Morph, he was dead there. The Sunstrike being used as well.
Yeah, he's gonna die so quickly. Like, the durability wasn't there yet for that hero.
Yeah.
And Chuan actually went for the mech for his team without having Arcane Boots, so he's gonna be very starved on mana pool.
He may go back for the mana boots, or you just actually I think you just go straight for the Ag Scepter. Like the point booster gives you some mana.
Point booster will solve the problem. Yeah. True.
And like that's like 200 more than an energy.
But having the Arcane Boots means it's going to be helpful for the bench too. Since bench, you don't really want to build the Arcanes on the bench.
This Venge is like, I mean, IG have 2 kills. Like we haven't actually seen Venge use stun more than like 3 times this game though. How many times do you think Venge has used Magic Missile?
Probably only for the 2 kills.
Yeah, maybe like one or two.
Okay, I remember the clock at bottom where Xiao 8 was overextending, and the other one on the Morphling there.
Yeah.
22 minutes.
22 minutes, maybe 2 Magic Missiles. Maybe. Well, yeah, definitely 2, but maybe there's been a third.
Oh no, there's actually one more here. Oh, but he didn't here. The one at the start where they smoked all the way here.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't get. No, he didn't get his stun off.
Caught up Morphling again. How in a bit of trouble here? He is morphing the swing. This will keep him alive. The coil being used as well. Wow, yep. He's gonna take a turn, take a fall as IG.
These two guys are always like so close to each other. Every time Hao is in trouble, Move is just there to bail him out.
Best buddies for life, man.
Always at the same place at the same time.
Yeah. And this time, look, Morph had more strength to begin with. Not to mention, I think he was kind of baiting there, knowing that he had the backup of the puck. I think that was more like a confidence in his ability to stay alive and maybe get a return kill, which is exactly what happened.
That's the display of the Hao and Move factor.
Yeah. Well, Invoker has a Hex now. We haven't really...
Oh, that's a really fast Hex.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Luo this game. He's been farming away. He's been in both kills, but that's just the Sunstrikes. Like, he hasn't actually been at the kill.
He's been just doing a lot of split pushing with the Forge and just hiding around, dropping Sunstrikes whenever his team needs one.
Yeah. I mean, looking at IG, they've only had 2 kills, so...
Yeah, the Hex is gonna be probably the start of the time where he gets active.
And they've got a small window where Morphling doesn't have Ethereal Blade, so I feel like they want to get active now. Roshan respawning in a minute and a half, no Ethereal Blade. Probably close to as good as it gets, at least for the time being.
Yeah, this is a good opening, I have to agree. The thought of the Morphling having the Ethereal Blade the next few minutes, plus the Aegis on top of him, is just... Oh well, that's so hard to deal with.
Yeah. Well...
They're
going to start building towards a BKB.
Yeah, they're going to try and push the tier 1 here. If the Roche spawns, they need to take out the map control of Newbie. Yeah. Newbie has just so many tier 1s to teleport to. These 2 tier 1s to teleport to.
They're losing top though, that's the problem here. They can't really afford to give Hao any towers, because that's Ethereal Blade. Oh no, he replicated mid.
Hao is very afraid. Yeah. He just like
too many away. Missing. Look at this vision from Newbie.
They see everything. Map hack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Close to map hack already.
Yeah. Get the full swing around.
They're gonna go for the top tier 2 now.
Another Serpent Ward's another tower. Like these Serpent Wards have been used pretty effectively to get these towers. And King J.
Look at King J's items!
Yeah, he's filthy rich.
That guy's items.
He's just so farmed here. And they're gonna get another tower. Didn't even need the Serpent
Ward. High ground with the wards.
Oh, TPs need to come soon. Who says you need Ethereal Blade? Newbie say, we're ready, let's go high ground. And this is just IG out of position. They were not expecting this. Their tower's already down to half HP, and they only just show up now to start defending.
Wow, they took so much damage. Yeah. It's like 1000 damage on the towers.
That was those Serpent Wards, even though they got cleaned up, was well worth using there to do all that damage. And
imagine the next time, if anything happens outside of the map, the Morphling just wants to split push. This tower is like down to half.
That was just bad positioning from IG. I don't think they expected the high ground push.
They didn't expect it. And the decision making from Newbie comes from all the vision they have.
Yeah. They see heroes bottom, they saw heroes like in the jungle. They knew it was safe, and now they can fall back and take next road.
Going for Dagon. Do you like this?
The puck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it earlier when he picked it up. I don't think... I prefer a Hex at this point.
Same. But the puck Dagon is going to be effective on the Vino and the bench though.
Yeah. Well, if Vino can start working towards... He's actually going pipe, not going for the Ag Scepter, so...
Oh, his mana is gonna be... He needs to just use his mana very wisely then.
Yeah.
It's like, just look at his mana pool. He has 480 mana. The ultimate will cost 300 and max 150. That leaves him 450. He doesn't even have mana for Gale.
He can't even use ulti plus pipe and mech. If he gets the pipe.
Can't. He doesn't have the mana pool.
Pipe is 250, he needs 550. I mean, maybe by that point he's got some more points in, like, he goes stats instead of maybe leveling up Gale.
I think you need more points in, I don't know, I think getting second point in Gale is, like, for me, very important too, because the Gale doesn't do damage at level 1.
Yeah. Well.
I don't know, he's not gonna have enough mana, that's for sure.
Over here.
Shotgun on Ferrari. Whips the hell out of there, he's...
Ethereal Blade and Aegis
they
on the
smoked, but guess what? Observer Ward. They've been spotted. And they're pinging Moo. Director 8's like, get the hell out of there, Moo. This is not in my script. You getting caught out at mid lane.
No, the script has no space for anyone getting caught out.
Unless you're Zhao Wei. Only Zhao Wei's allowed to get caught out. He's got a script for everyone else on the team, but his own play is sometimes a bit sporadic.
Yeah, you're too busy taking care of others, you forget about yourself. It's very common in the captains.
Well, he goes for a smoke here, leading the team through the enemy secret shop, looking towards that mid lane, but for now, IG just huddled around their own jungle. And this has been a pretty slow passive game here. Like I'm just waiting for this Invoker to actually come, like, do something in a team fight. Like, not to say he's done like nothing.
No
this game,
meatballs dropped yet so far.
Yeah. Like, how many times has Invoker used the spell apart from Forward Spirits or Sunstrike? I mean, we talk about the Venge not using Magic Missile.
I don't think I even heard a cold snap, dude.
Yeah. Oh, look at this smoke. They've gone all the way around. They'll find YYF here. That's an easy pick-off. Korea. Oh, they're going to lose the Korea as well.
Kills the kid with Dagon.
Yeah. No Korea kill. So Korea stays alive and, well, Invoker gets out of their mid.
You must be happy about that. You're a very loving person for the Koreans, as I know.
Well, I was hoping the Korea would go down.
Why?
Sad days. They've got the donkey. Look at this boring Korea. What is this Korea?
Okay, meanwhile.
Meanwhile top. Yeah, you're right. Newbie have gone in. They've dropped the Serpent Wards in. Puck just going to go in. He's trying to stall them here. Chuan is low. Is he going to go down? Chuan is still alive. How is Chuan still alive? Finally, the Puck Dagon finishes them off, but IG have managed to hold on for as long as possible. They kill off Zhao Wei here. The Serpent Wards are working on the Raxes, though. And here comes YYF. Blink, stun, catches out 2. Puck goes down, and great play to bring around the Puck. Morphling sells the Aegis, but that's just worth ignoring at this point in the game.
It's 2 for 2 still. Invoker plus Venom for Clock and Puck. But they managed to down the tower.
Yeah, they got the tower. They keep their Raxes alive for now.
The next push is just gonna mean the Rax are going down.
Well, and not to mention the next push still has an Aegis as well. They smoke. They're actually looking to catch out Hal.
No!
Whoa,
Replicate.
See you later, bro.
Ooh, so close. He only just had mana too.
Yeah, he had enough time before he would be Vortex, since he needed like the Orchid to break the Lincolns first before the Vortex comes,
Yeah.
so he had that little window to react, to fly away. Oh, they're gonna find the banana.
Exactly, banana. Those maybe Zhao. Zhao goes in with a hook shot. Gonna go on Luo here.
Hex.
Luo
Oh,
immediate. Hex, meteor, deafening blast. Doesn't really hit Zhao. Not the best meteor that he was looking for. They'll kill the Enchantress, but Zhao now on the chase. He gets stunned up. Looks like they're all on the run now. Ghostwalk being popped here. Puck gonna orb himself in. Has Puck got any vision
Oh,
for this one?
Dagon.
Yeah, that Dagon man. Is it leveled? No, not leveled up. Does he?
He's going to go for... The director is like, dude, you need a Hex now.
Yeah, seriously. Oh dear. I think IG are in all sorts of trouble. Oh, they're gonna find a kill here. That's not bad.
That's a Ward spotting his movements.
Stampede being used here. Looks like... Oh! Morphling wants to go in, trying to shotgun down YYF with the help of the Puck Dream Coil. He will. Yule Scepter on the high ground. They catch out Ferrari on the Storm. He's trapped. He's got nowhere to go. He was trying to TP on the high ground, and now his TP's been cancelled. What a play from Moo.
Top 3 TP. He used the use and the coil on 2.
That was insane. Coil catches 2. Yule Scepter catches another. Down to the low ground they go. 4 heroes dead. IG may have just lost the game. Puck is good hero man. Wins game 1, and it looks like Moo on Puck has won game 2.
And there was also a discussion about Puck being the hero that won TI1 and the hero that won TI3.
Yeah. Puck is... like, it's just a good example of a very well-balanced hero, I would say. But also a potentially game-deciding hero when played well.
I think it's a bit powerful right now with the Phase Shift no mana and Blink Dagger no mana. I don't know.
Okay.
Still... But he's still fairly balanced in...
It's not like a hero you can first... Like, like, most drafts you can't just, like, straight up first pick your mid-hero, I guess.
Yeah, true.
That's the main problem, like, he's... Well...
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
We're gonna see Raxus take a fall now. Serpent Ward not even being needed for this one. They're on cooldown for now, and... Well, Glyph comes out. They want to try and protect this melee Rax. Stormstripe respawning now. Invoker, he's got buyback, but he doesn't... Actually, no, he doesn't. It's on cooldown. Raxus gonna take a fall. No Invoker here to stop this. Morphling Illusion's gonna finish it off, and...
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Newbie are just looking scary right now. 15k gold lead. Hal's got himself a Manta style. This is trouble.
Serpent Ward's 15 seconds. Do they want to push before? How long is the Aegis? The Aegis is gonna... Oh, Aegis is gonna run out.
And Shaman's not here. He's gone back. So.
Yeah, they don't need to just force the issue. They can just
They
take
can wait
it slowly.
next Roshan. They can... They don't even need Aegis to push, I don't think.
Yeah, this is just like a classic example of a game where you have a triple core against an enemy that has 1 core but 2 tempo controllers.
I mean,
So difficult to farm.
Yeah, look at the farm on some of these. Like, you've got the 2 tempo controllers in Puck as well as Clockwork, but then you have Shaman who's got Force, Blink, Ghost Scepter, 2k gold. Kinjay's been huge this game.
Yeah, he's so powerful. He did so much work as a support, push down towers, making sure that he gets picked off as well, and he gets farm for his own. He's so rich at the moment.
Yeah. Well, IG, they've lost one set of Raxes though. At this point in the game, not insurmountable. They're gonna have a BKB soon on Ferrari, just 60 gold away from that, and I imagine Invoker may want to pick up a BKB of his own. I think once he hits that 4k gold mark, he may just straight up buy it. I don't think he can just save for buyback at this stage.
I agree, he needs a BKB against Ethereal Blade. If he gets bursted down, Ethereal Blade plus Dagon, they just lose the fight.
Not to mention just Puck, Blink Coils, and Waning Rift. Like, there's a lot to just take this Invoker out of a fight.
Did he upgrade his Dagon or something? Oh, he
no,
got a
Lincoln's. Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad. Against Hex as well as Orchid, this will probably help quite a bit.
Yeah, Lincoln's Day Shift use after the Storm is like, I'm not gonna touch you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, who does Storm even go on here? Like, maybe you try catch Shadow Shaman before he drops ward?
Yeah, before he drops the wards.
Even after he drops wards, maybe you want to go on him, because he's still got, like, 2 long disables.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if he goes in, BKB, he zips in for the Shaman, and Shaman pops Ghost Scepter, then good luck. That's a really fantastic item.
Your Blink Centaur Stomp.
Yeah, but it means you have to commit the Storm and the Centaur just to kill a Shaman.
That's true. Well, Avengers going to pick up a smoke, and it looks like IG may want to move out of their base at some point in the near future. I guess it's... Newbie are waiting for Roshan. I mean, this is Zhao Wei. He'll wait for Roshan if he can.
What is this timer? Why is the timer looking like this?
This is the 8-minute one. So this is the first 8 minutes, and then after 8 minutes, it gets to the new timer. Oh, it's a fast respawn. Okay, 24 seconds.
It's a fast respawn?
Yeah.
Or something? Oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna be fairly fast. This is like 1 minute. Actually, not even.
8:24.
Yeah, it's about 1 minute, 35 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's good news for Newbie. It means they can apply pressure sooner. They've got to keep scanning it out though.
They have double damage as well for the Roshan.
Clockwork.
Everything is working well.
Go back in there. Oh, respawns. No one notices it just yet.
Oh, I thought it was 1 minute.
No, it was 24 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, Chuan gets caught out here. It looks like Newbie, they don't need no Aegis. They say we got this. They get 1 kill. They're looking for more. YYF will take a fall as well. His pipe not going to save his life here. 1 more Impetus finishes him off, and now Lure on the foreground. No BKB. 4k gold in the back. He may have to buy back to try and keep IG in this game. He's taking a fall. IG going to lose 3. Immediate buyback coming out from Invoker, and now Ferrari. He's on the run. Adaptive Strike going to cancel his TP. Great play from Newbie. They take game 2. Winter, we're going to a game 3 to see who goes to Kiev.
This is the first game I had that has went to a game 3 for the past 2 to 3 days. Every game has been 2-0.
You've casted, and the one playoff game I casted with Merlini was also a 2-0 game. So we get ourselves a game 3, and I gotta say, like, Newbie and IG look just very equal. Like, even this game where Newbie kind of just snowballed out of control, IG still look like they're on pretty much on par with Newbie. Yeah,
they just look like they needed a little bit more time before their triple core comes online, like strong enough. But every time they were trying to get more space, Newbie is there to pressure with the Shaman Serpent Wards, taking a tower, taking Roshan. The Puck is getting picked off like left and right, Clockwork as well, bailing out his buddies, the Morphling, and that's when the Morphling has so much space in the world to build so much item, get so much farm, and the Invoker safe in. If you are not killing the Morphling, you're in trouble. Pucks are just winning teams' games. So, I mean, I don't think that was all the Puck. Like, the first game, I feel like Puck was a clear standout, kept his team in the game. But that was still a game where Puck did just so much work. A team effort, I think. Yeah. But, I mean, I feel like coming to game 3, in the second ban stage, we even look towards Puck being banned out. If a team can't pick it, they may say, hey, look, let's make sure we ban out the Puck in the second ban stage just to make sure they don't get it. Because both teams have proven they can use the hero so well. If Puck, you don't really dominate him in the lane. Like, I feel certain heroes can beat Puck in the lane. That reduces a lot of impact that the Puck will have. But if he has like this game, he was like with a 50-50 matchup, and not to mention his side is with the Enchantress. So the Storm was always, Ferrari was just playing really safe. He didn't even try to pressure the Puck at all. So Puck had a really easy time in the lane. So he was able to get a very quick blink and proceed to dominate the game.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it. We've got ourselves a game 3. One game to decide who's going to Kiev. The Starladder LAN Finals. Almost $200,000 in prize money up for grabs. If you want to support Starladder, you can keep watching here on the stream, or you can buy a Dota TV ticket. 4 regions, tons of games. Definitely worth the $10 ticket in store. But we've got ourselves a game 3. We're going to see who's going to Kiev, guys. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll find out if it's IG or Newbie. Stay tuned.